Good morning, everybody. It's time for puppy walks. Let's get rolling, guys. Alright, now a proper good morning. I wanted to make sure the control was working on that first clip, so... Oh, yeah. Some things I found out in editing last night were just so much fun. These guys moving here, hopefully. Because right now we're crawling. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Alright, first thing is the audio issue I mentioned about the clips having dead zones at the beginning and the end of the clips now. It's a new thing. That photo button I was talking about in the mirror last night, oh yeah, it works. And it also throws off your audio sync. That was awesome. I fixed it, but then it cut off the end of the clip even more so. Alright, come on, Tail. So, blurred background, yeah, if you do toggle to middle, you get a little blurred background, you go too far, and then you just can't even focus on yourself, so. Yeah. Overall, now we're going to get a little wind test, because it's a little on the windy side out here this morning. The sky, once again, is it's clearing up. And it's probably looking pretty cool behind me. Last night that it was supposed to stay, I don't know if I did or not, it's supposed to stay in the 50s and then start dropping about midday, late afternoon, back down, because then we're supposed to have another fun little winter weather event coming up here this Friday, Thursday into Friday, so we shall see how that works. I'm really curious to see how the wind filter works on this thing. Now granted, it's blowing in my face right now, and the microphone is facing me, so it's shielded by the device itself. At least in theory. Let's go. Let's go. See if you can find a release last night, one that I forgot to pick up because I was too busy playing with the camera. And that's pretty. Ooh, that cloud out there looks a little ugly. Definitely looking a little ugly, but I'm not sure what kind of rain we're supposed to have today. Okay. So unfortunately with this setup, pocketability is about 0 once you take the thing apart. It's not gonna work. I tried and it's like, no, then something's gonna come apart when I'm walking. So, like the shift cam with the iPhone, can't get it in the pocket. Although having that zoom feature just now, that was kind of cool. Zoom seems to be decent. Like I said, I still don't think it's switching lenses. I think it's like probably like 2.1. I have it on intelligent zoom, so for good quality. Let's see. Yeah, audio quality was, good from what I could tell last night. Actually, I had to decrease it a little bit. Some of the audio was a little overblown. Roy Priya. You see Roy, settle down. Yeah, it's Roy. Good morning.
Hi.
Be nice. Be nice.
Can they have one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, stay down, Roy. Wait a minute.
Priya.
Oh, you need one?
Roy's like, hey, what about me, Mom? Over, we can go have breakfast then, bye-bye. Come on, you got to see Roy. Good guys. You behaved well. Come on, Priya. So, this test is, going on with the Sony grip. Kind of wondering about how the Osmo 5 will work. Now, obviously, the Mimo app will work. That won't be a problem. That'll, do stuff. I'm kind of curious of whether or not it'll control any of the other cameras. Kind of like shift cam, if that's going to be a thing or not. So I'm gonna have to give that a try as well. Alright, let's see how this thing does with the moon. Yeah, it doesn't have the zoom. Does not. This is not an S22. Oh shit! That's not what I wanted to do. I wish you could kind of. That was something people mentioned. Is like, so I'm in this mode. I want to go ahead and snap a quick photo. I have to basically exit out of the program altogether and go to Pro Photo. Let me do that. However, with pressing that little round button, you can go back to the Video Pro mode. Pretty simple. That's crazy. Okay. mentioned it was windy out, right? Holy crap. That doesn't look like 24 millimeter. That looks really, oh, there we go. Whew, dear God. I can't even hear me. That is insane. Oh, we're still gonna walk. Wow, it's actually blowing the thing around my hand. This is definitely a test of the wind filter. Big one. This is like scene wind. Oh good, it's gonna calm down a minute. You can probably hear me. I'm scared. Did it back scare you? Alright, so this unit will fit in a hoodie pocket. That's about it. So, I do, like I said, I do have the iPhone with me as well. I want to do some photos and stuff down the line here. But take her for a walk, get her energy out, and then get her back home to mommy to go to bed. I planned on taking a nap because I didn't go to bed real early. It was like 1:45. I got up at 7:05. Oops. Yay! I forgot about polarized lenses. Yes, these screens don't like them at all. Even this phone screens. When I looked at the side, I thought the camera turned off. It didn't. That'll be another heat test, is just having the camera on for a long walk. The name of the zoom I have on is AI Super Resolution Zoom. It's supposed to give you the clearest image you can get with the zoom on. Kind of be interesting to see lens flares and stuff too, with the sun kind of hitting the camera on a weird angle. But the camera system is very flush, much less of a bump than the iPhones have. So, of course, like I said, if the renders are correct for 14, they're gonna change the body style a little bit and make the glass in the back thicker to eliminate some of that bump. Let's get moving. Come on. When you're using the Pro camera, you have to switch lenses. You get 16 to 24. You get 24 to, I think, 72, and then 50 goes to 200. So that's and you can't. I mean, that's why it doesn't do it in video. You can't actually, unlike the iPhone, you can't actually do switch lenses while recording. Tested out at all is 4K 60. That was 4K 120. I just tested with the flag. So we'll see what 60 looks like. If it gets any better. I think stabilization's going to change from that. It's just if she does any motion, I have to move quickly. It should be better. Again, fortunately with the iPhone ProRes, you don't have above 30. Current model. I expect that to change. I found it in the menu. It's not even on the front screen. You gotta go into the menu to change to the 16mm lens. And you can zoom up to 48mm. What are you doing, Greta? Back to 16. When you go to the 16mm and the 50mm lenses, you're no longer on the 1-inch sensor. You're on the smaller sensors. Currently filming in the 16mm. Just as a little test, because I didn't realize how to change it, honestly, till right now. So yeah, everything you're getting from each lens is a digital zoom. You don't get an optical zoom 50mm. Let's see what that takes us out to. 150. So 50 to 150. And back to the big boy. I'm curious to see what image quality changes when you go to those other lenses too. Image sensor. That's cropped to 12 megapixels from 20. Completely honest with you, the shooting grip is definitely a nice feature that it works with this. I wish it worked with the iPhone. Unfortunately, it's not. Sony is kind of preparatory. It doesn't even other people using their stuff apparently. This, I think the RX100, the ZV1, anything since the RX100 Mark VII may work with this. But the Xperia, this is the first Xperia that works with the shooting Pro. But with the controls, yeah, the shutter button is nice and all, but it's kind of unhandy at the same time, especially with as thin of a device as it is. Narrow-wise, it's very awkward to hold. I struggled yesterday. It almost fell out of my hand more than once. It scared the crap out of me. And something that I don't plan on keeping. That's not good. I'm going to get a little bit of a red color test. It's faded. I just want to see how it shows up. It's definitely not very bright anymore. It used to be brighter. Another little color test. It's blue, yellow, red. Let's see what it goes on here. Oh, Priya sees a slide. She's going to have to climb it. Something like this might get a side-by-side comparison too, so you guys can see the difference. She did both. She has to tear. Whoa! Whoa! Jeez! She's like a dirt bike. Ow! Out of line, dog. Oh, now you're all wrapped up. Puppy. Play with the puppy. Come on. From certain angles, you just cannot see this screen. Polarized lenses. Be warned. Like right now, I can see it, but if you go like, it's kind of hard to describe. All right. Well, I don't know if you heard any of the audio in that video, but our walk is done. It's windy out there. That is no lie. Got a nice earache out of it and everything, so I'm trying to get my music to turn down before this thing kicks on, but go home, get this imported, basically call this video a day, I think. I don't know, there's a lot of little things going through my head. You know, the whole zooming situation with it not switching lenses is, to me, just all the other major brands can switch from lens to lens when you're zooming. And Sony decides not to do that. They decide to do everything digital. And hide where the zoom controls or the lens controls are in menus. Makes it very complicated for simple on-the-fly video recording. Definitely get closer with this than you get an iPhone, but still not. This is S22, but still. Comet is just having a good old time with a stick, I think. Well, got home and guess who got kicked out of the bedroom and go for a walk? I need time because I was at 59% when we left the park, and then I did like a 9-minute time-lapse video in full, you know, full time, so I'm sure this thing's getting kind of on the low side. Trying to see if I can see battery life. 53%. That's actually not too bad. To run this thing for as much as I have, I guarantee you this is a long vlog. Come on, Mateo, do something. Let's go. You got rid of the stump finally. That's awesome. Probably can't hear a word I'm saying, but the stump is gone. And no more stump, guys. Who did that? I agree with Princess. I think it is time to call it a night. It is 1:18. Actually, it's a little, probably about 1:20 now. Alrighty, guys. Well, this day of vlogging is done. I did find out that I had a boo-boo. When we got to the park, remember I said about the camera being zoomed? Yeah, apparently it was that way for several clips, including one I did in the kitchen and one I did in the car. So, something that actually got cut, I think, was the fact that I did try the Osmo 5 with this today, and the Mimo app will not recognize it. Will not recognize the Sony. So I don't know if there's something there. Sony won't accept, it to connect with it. I don't know. Because that's its own camera app. So maybe Sony doesn't like that. I have no clue. But anyway, overall, not super impressed. The only thing I was impressed with, that wind this afternoon was serious. Well, I guess more this morning, but nonetheless, it was seriously windy, and it did a pretty damn good job. I know it's tinny, and some of it's a little inaudible, but for the most part, a lot of that footage, especially when I'm filming her, the microphone's behind me, so I was kind of shocked with that. The iPhone would not have been able to do that. I will admit that. But image quality, yeah, I don't know. Now the time lapse looks a little better. I wanted to do a nighttime lapse, a daytime lapse, so that's why those two are in there. Now basically they are recorded in regular time and then sped up. That's how I do all the time lapse with the iPhone as well. Just because it's a better image. You get 4K and all your top stuff. So well, I hope you enjoyed today's video and a vlogging test with the Xperia Pro I. Probably not going to be pulling this out until I do a side-by-side comparison with the iPhone. And then it's going to be packaged back up because I'm not. It's just like the Xperia 1 Mark II. It just does not impress me enough to keep. Not for the price it was, even open box at $16.91, I think it was, open box with tax. That's a lot of money for something that I probably would not really pull out and use. So, but thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Please leave some comments if you have any questions, some things you want me to try out with it. I know I did have a comment from yesterday's video about playing around with manual settings. I'm not really a manual settings type of person with cameras and whatnot. I do need to put some photos and stuff up in one of these videos as well. Maybe when I do the side-by-side, I'll actually, that way you have something to compare it to. Picture quality, it's good, and the autofocus is fast. With Priya, it did a pretty good job today, but with Chell the other day, too close movements just didn't work out. But anyway, like I said, for the 5th time, I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow as always.